Nestled along the west coast of Africa, you'll find a small, dusty Portuguese-speaking nation where Carnival is celebrated annually and where the Capirinahs and Sagres flow freely. This small slice of Brazil in West Africa is one of the safest and most pleasant places on the continent, and I was eager to explore its small capital city. Join me in this video as we tour the bustling markets, admire the colorful colonial architecture, and gorge ourselves on Pastel de Nata in this vibrant African country. Welcome to Guinea-Bissau. Well, good morning from Bissau. It is a sweltering day today. It's going to push 35. It's very, very hot in this part of West Africa, from I guess southern Senegal, even all of Senegal really, all the way down to Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is actually really hot though. It was actually 40 to 45 last week, so this is actually cool for what it would have been. So I'm heading to the Praça Imperio, or the Imperial Plaza here in Bissau, city's main square, and that's where also I'll get some views of the presidential palace. So this is the Praça Imperio, or the Imperial Plaza. Huge roundabout right here in the center of downtown, and on this side you can see the impressive presidential palace of Guinea-Bissau, which evidently you're allowed to photograph, so that's cool. Little monument here in the center, likely has something to do with the independence of Guinea-Bissau, and some hotels and small little low-rise buildings surrounding it. So this is pretty much the center of the city. So pretty great views of the monument, looking head on here with the presidential palace in the distance. And it looks like it is some sort of monument to independence from what I'm gathering. I'm gonna go check out the old town now, because I heard that is the best thing to do here. It's just crumbling in a way like, I guess, St. Louis or those type of cities. Really old Portuguese colonial architecture down there, so I can't wait to see that. So I'm walking down towards the Hotel Imperio, this tower, and that is home to arguably the city's most popular cafe. I'm gonna head in and get myself a little beverage here, I think. All right, pardon that loud hiss of the air conditioner, but this is my Pastel de Nata. No idea what this cost, I haven't paid yet, but amazing to see that they have Pastel de Nata. I guess it makes sense because it is a Portuguese colony, but I haven't had one of these probably since Portugal or the Azores a couple years ago, it seems. Looking forward to it. And I also got myself a Super Bock Stout because unfortunately they don't have any Capirinahs today. Otherwise I would have had that Brazilian cocktail, but this will do for now. This is definitely the first time I've tried a stout made by Super Bock, so I'm gonna see how good this is. Man, it's loud here though, I apologize for the noise. So there's definitely a nice vibe down here. Everybody is really friendly. They got bars and restaurants in every corner, so it's definitely a happening place compared to some of the other cities I've been to recently. Looks like this is really where the action is in Guinea-Bissau. So you can see it's quite the mix of new and colonial architecture. Definitely a laid-back place, though. I'm really enjoying my time here. And the cool breezes today are just so refreshing compared to yesterday. So definitely enjoying myself. It's a lot more enjoyable to do any sightseeing when it's this pleasant out. And I'm just feeling refreshed. Like every 5 seconds, there's a cool breeze cooling me down. So really mild day here in Bissau. It can be like upwards of 45 degrees this time of year here. You can see the market vendors selling produce on the side of the road. Also sell shellfish. And my Airbnb host actually told me this is pretty much your supermarket here. There's very few actual supermarkets in Bissau, and most locals do their shopping just at these little roadside carts. So pretty interesting. also have some insanely big prawns here again. Massive, huge shrimp. Wow, they're called gumbas here, gumbas. She's also got some papayas down here, really fresh looking, huge papayas. And this is something you might have not seen before. This is actual cashew fruit. So the cashew nut comes from the very top up there, like you can see. But this is the fruit that hangs off of it. So this is very common here as well. And I believe it's allergenic, of course, to nut allergy sufferers, but pretty cool. I've never seen one of these in the flesh, so really interesting. So thankfully, most of the vendors here are actually pretty chill about photography and videoing. They don't really push back, I guess. Some of them want a little bit of money. I don't really have anything on me to give them, so I just asked permission. Most of them give it. The one lady did not want me to film any video of the cashew fruit, but at least I got it on Instagram, so I'll be able to share it with you that way. People are generally friendly. They are looking for a buck, though. It's really desperate here, so it's hard to know how to help because you can't simply give every single person money, of course. So the best thing I guess you could do is support your local charities that do work in Guinea-Bissau. But man, this is a country in need for sure. So I just visited the embassy of Guinea to see if I can get a visa down to Guinea-Conakry, different country. And they said they're only processing them online, so that's good to know. So this here is the Pidjuguiti Memorial, which memorializes the victims of a 1959 massacre that occurred right here by the docks, actually, of striking dock workers. So the Portuguese colonial government didn't take too kindly to the strike, and as a result, I believe about 50 people were massacred near here at the dock. So this memorial stands as a testament to the, I guess, anti-colonialism that followed an eventual independence of Guinea-Bissau about 15 years later. So the memorial has definitely been beautified. There's lovely flowers here and colored panels. Some gorgeous flowers in Bissau. Tons everywhere. It's actually a really beautiful city with a completely different vibe than Senegal. Completely different. And over here on this wall, you can see some, I guess, carvings or reliefs of the victims on display. So pretty beautiful massacre memorial site. And it is one of the major sightseeing stops here in Bissau. So they've definitely put a lot of work into this, being one of their country's most important memorials and very crucial in their story towards independence and anti-colonialism in this area. And this is the beginning of the Cidade Velho, or the Old Town area. There's a little bust here of the national hero, Amilcar Lopez Cabral, who led Guinea-Bissau to independence back in the 1970s. So Bissau separated from Portugal to become its own country once again. And that is the national hero, Amilcar Lopez Cabral. All right, well, I've made it down here to Cidade Velho, the old town. A lot of crumbling buildings here from the colonial Portuguese era. Definitely an atmospheric place. It's a bit more local, though, than I thought. I thought it'd be more touristy, but it's really just in its natural state. Again, there's not that many tourists that come here, so I guess that makes sense. And just a beautiful balconied building right here with shuttered windows. It's really quiet down here, though. I'm surprised. There's actually not that many locals here. It's one of the most subdued areas of the city, for sure. I feel like I'm almost alone down here. But gorgeous colonial buildings. Poke down here, maybe. It's actually a really small area, like 5 streets, and there's not much on those streets, but what it does have to offer is pretty decent. So these are the walls of the old Forte Amura, which is now actually the home of the Guinea-Bissau military. So you're not allowed to tour inside, but they do basically inhabit this old Portuguese fort from the colonial era. These are the walls, at least. There's a little watchtower there on the right. Just interesting to see they've repurposed some of the colonial history here. So believe it or not, I think I've seen everything there is to see down in the Cidade Velho, or the Old Town. There's really not much more to it. So it's really small. It was worth a little gander around there though, but boy, there's not much to do in Bissau. It's a very, very small city with not a ton going on for tourists. So it's unfortunate because I think the Pidjuguiti Islands are the #1 highlight here. But it's not a bad city at all. It's just, you know, not rife with tourist attractions. And there's some more modern buildings over here. Again, the old fort wall of the Fort Amura, which kind of curves its way all around the, I guess, the eastern end of the city center here. Impressive wall. They have some cannons on top, as you can see. And it looks like some other colonial buildings here on the left. So despite it being a bit short on things to do, it is a beautiful city. I'm actually surprised just how comfortable it is. Even given the, you know, lack of infrastructure yesterday, I wasn't sure what to expect when I got here, but the city itself has paved roads, which is nice. And yeah, it's just chill. It reminds me of a ton of Cape Verde. So that Portuguese culture and I guess those chilled, laid back vibes really do permeate the culture here. It's not as edgy as Senegal, way friendlier than Senegal. 100%. So definitely enjoying myself a lot more here. So definitely some really cute and colorful buildings on this side of the old town. Lots of color down this particular avenue, which seems to be bustling with a lot of people. Looks like they have a cafe down there. Really old abandoned building over there. It's kind of a mixed bag, but definitely colorful at its best here. So I don't think that Guinea-Bissau has its own brewery or own beer. So it looks like everything is Portuguese import. So Sagres Mini. Yesterday I had a Cristal. So mostly all Portuguese beers. This was 500 francs, less than $1 US. Gonna head down over there to the water. Looks very inviting. Very good view of the water down there. What an atmospheric little town. Again, I don't really do much research before arriving in these places, just a cursory glance at Lonely Planet or whatnot, but I don't look at any images or anything, so I don't really know what to expect before I get here. But definitely a really cool little old town. And if I didn't come down here to the water, I would have completely missed these facades of these really colorful old colonial buildings. Really beautiful stretch right here along the waterfront, as you can see here in Bissau. Tons of them, really. Lots of different colors over here. Pink, yellow, orange. There's blues down there. And hardly anybody in the world, I don't think, has ever heard of this place. I know most of my friends haven't. And this tree, I'm not sure what these are, but massive fruit. I don't think they're coconuts. Look like pomelos or something, I don't know. A huge fruit, whatever they are. And this is the port of Bissau. You can see the coastline through here if I peek my camera through. You can see massive cargo ship there. But that's the estuary right ahead, and the Atlantic Ocean is here to the right, a ways down though. And this incredible church is the Bissau Cathedral. It's gated, but pretty beautiful. It's got 2 clock towers. Such faded grandeur pretty much on every street corner here. It really is a beautiful place to walk around, and it's completely safe. Completely. I'm carrying hundreds and hundreds of dollars of camera equipment in open view, and I don't feel unsafe in the slightest. So absolutely beautiful colors emerging now during golden hour here in Old Town. I just can't get enough of these historic colonial buildings. You can see it's a very, very beautiful colonial town. So it's 7 o'clock, and I definitely don't need another drink, but I really don't want to leave Guinea-Bissau before having a Capirinah. So I only know one place that actually makes them, and it's about, like a 750 meter, almost a kilometer walk down towards the coast. So I'm gonna go get one. I'm gonna regret it if I don't. So I actually found a closer place that serves Capirinahs. So I went to this little place, Sagres. It's an outdoor bar with these little, basically picnic tables, plastic chairs. Kind of a cool vibe. It's right outside of the Bissau Royal Hotel. And honestly, pretty cool locals vibe here. And if you're wondering what this place is called, on Google Maps it's listed as the Sagres Sidewalk Bar. So you'll see this Sagres on the side of the building, green and white. So all in all, I've definitely enjoyed my time here in Bissau. After that long journey from Marrakesh all the way down here, I honestly needed a break. My brain was fried. Dakar was stressful in some ways because I did sightsee every day there, except for one day where I did my assignment for my course. But here I took a little bit more time for myself. I spent very little time outside of the room for the last couple of days. So it was nice to catch up and just have a brain break, organize visas, do some errands basically, and really comfortable place to do it. I cannot stress how nice the Airbnb is. Definitely make that your top pick. If you do make this trip, if you do come to Bissau, make that your pick because that guy is awesome. His place is awesome. It's clean and comfortable, strong AC. Everything you need is there, and honestly, best experience probably of the whole trip in terms of accommodation. All right, I'm so glad I found this place. I was able to locate a caipirinha. Gonna give this a shot. Looks pretty good. Traditional Brazilian caipirinha. Whoa, no, that's good. Ooh, it's got a bite to it. You put a lot of alcohol in there, but wow, really refreshing with the lime and the sugar. It's so sweet. One of the best drinks you can order. So muddle the lime a little bit, and this is pretty much heaven to end my time here in Portuguese Guinea-Bissau. Back into French Guinea-Conakry tomorrow. So we'll see, or maybe I'll get there the next day. I don't know. A ton of sugar though, but amazing. So all I can say while remaining classy is that those caipirinhas are absolutely strong there, and I am definitely heading back to my hotel. There's the presidential palace in the distance, and it is well past dark now. This is the Bissau Royal Hotel where I almost stayed for $170 Canadian per night, or 120 US. Insane. But definitely check out Sagres Street Bar, or whatever it's called, Sidewalk Bar. Very, very cool place. So I am self-catering, cooking myself another meal here at the Airbnb. Got some sauteed onions and garlic going, pot of rice cooking. Gonna add some mixed vegetables to that when it's done. And then I pretty much just add 2 packages of tomato paste, package of tomato bouillon, and hot Senegalese red pepper. And I tell you, I haven't been eating this good for days, so definitely looking forward to this meal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified when new episodes are posted. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.